Hey guys, how's it going? Back online September 3rd, 2022. And yeah, it's just 10:24 Eastern, so we're going to go 2 hours tonight once we get the clock started here. Give ourselves a nice start to things. Now, I still have fake industries to continue off to where I left off, but basically I'm in a situation now where I'm able to get this going. Oops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the clock, and depending upon the time of year or whatever, the way this works is you're basically resetting the clock or starting the clock wherever you want. You're not going to keep on going live. You can go live. The issue with that is you have to then make sure it doesn't work too well as far as the cars turning around and stuff like that. It doesn't affect the the trains coming in. So that all stays the same because you're the one who's spawning them and all that other stuff. And the AI trains that spawn in will still spawn in at the same rates. But where it lies in is the industries themselves. They're the ones that you keep this. Basically, you set it, and then you're basically going to take it now. So if you like seeing the seasons that you're in, or if you like or even if you like seeing the real time that you're in, that's another thing. If you like seeing the real time that you're in, as opposed to doing the 24-hour thing, you can do that too. It's just there's some disadvantages when it comes to the actual industry. There's ways around it, but having the industry turn around on you real quick is not a big deal, but it is a big deal when you're using escape valves. Now, a lot of these terminologies you'll never hear anywhere else. I'll show you the escape valves later. I did it once in my last session cycle. This is going to run as far as I can to see whether or not this is an experiment. It's to see if the schedule is sustainable. If I can't do it, then I know Waycross I cannot do alone. At that point, that's where I start looking at potentially other routes or do other things, other programs. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. There's other regions as well, but I want to make this work. This is my goal, and we're going to go with it. So, when we're looking at the dates, there's a lot of dates you can use. If you'd like to see more day than night, the best one to use is in the northern hemisphere is June 21st. So you can see the stars are changing as the days are changing, which is correct. So there, we just got 0 there. So we want to go all the way down to whoops. And there we go. And that is the 0 hour. So we are underway. Engage auto on all routes. And we're all set. So of course, right now there's no trains. The trains have to populate. The population that I am using under the generator for these values are 10 minimum, 33 maximum. Of course, I have a whole list of trains. I don't have every train in the book. That's okay. Maximum trains is 30. You're not going to get that many. And I might play with the audio later on, but for now, I'll leave that. I don't expect to have any major issues tonight. It's going to take a while for the territory to warm up. So the last time I did this, I was still doing other things, but this time around, things are going to warm up. I've got 1 hour to. Basically, the goal is to get the fake industries done within this hour. So once we get that into that position, hey Bob. Once we get into that position, then looking at the sheets here, and I showed this earlier, and I've showed this before. The AI system we're not going to need tonight because I'm only running 2 hours. I don't expect a train to get to Waycross tonight. That's okay. Next session I do, or so the next time I run, because stuff will start getting closer. But if all goes as planned. Q455 is not running. We don't have anything. There's nothing. Q455 is a train that leaves here at 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, you can't run it. And then, I don't know why I got 456 and it says Callahan. That's not right. That is the Sanford sub. But anyways, okay. So I've got it there. It says there's a huge local for Windows in the morning. I'll keep that note there for now. So Q602 is the first train that we're going to be spawning. It's going to be messing with other traffic. The other trains are going to spawn in at will, and Otto will dispatch them. Our first priority, though, is to continue to get the fake industries in play. So it's going to be kind of boring this first hour. Once that first hour comes through, then what'll happen is, well, I'll pop on the first train that pops up. Put it that way. In fact, I might be able to pop on a train. I can't really do it. Like, I can't do both at the same time. I know I got 13 viewers, but yeah, nothing's going to happen until these trains populate. So, which is fine because I got work to do. So we look at once again these stupid fake industries, but it has to be done. So, Waycross Matrix AEW or AEI. Is it the logistics that I want to do? I think it is. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay. So we're basically at the end of the northeast stuff, and then we would work on the other stuff, which is good. So now I want to get myself out into, get over to this way here. Not that one. I had it. That's what I want. I don't get any moonlight like I had before, but it's just the time. I don't know when the moonlight comes up at. Whoa, hello. Okay, let's see where we're at here. So, that's not what I want. What am I looking at here? Shift F2, Control F8? Oh, okay. Never mind. Destination, Alt. That's avatar tags. Okay, what am I looking at here? Industry tags. Okay, now we're good. So of course this is all in the dark. It's just the way it is with the 24. The beautiful thing about June 21st is you will have, this is the first day of summer, so you will end up having quite a bit going on. As you can see, we're up to What the hell was the last one that we said? LSC? Is LSC in there? Yeah, it's there. Okay. Well, it's getting quite big, but that's the way we want it. So these are all, this is all demand. So each and every one of these, there's going to be 3 more. This is all demand that's coming out of the south. So that's what you want. Then we go into industries again, and we're gonna start off right where we were at before. So edit the track. Got this. Hello. Why isn't it going? No track assigned. Edit track. Why will it not let me do it? This is interesting. Hello. Is it because I have the clock on? I don't have the host on. Okay, hang on a second here. Edit the industry. Oh, it's because I don't have a name to it, maybe. Maybe that's what helps. Okay. We're trying. Okay. Let's try it this way. So you go like this. We'll put a name in here. Add new industry. There we go. I didn't even put new industry on, so. Okay. CHS is the code. Alright, we're good. Edit track. That's more like it. And then tracks are assigned. So now we go down to so we're assigning our empties. And we're all the way down to a boxcar now because a lot of these aren't assigning. I forget what it was. Boxcar 1, skip, and then 2, 1. So boxcar, skip. Ooh, there's a train. That's Norfolk Southern. That's nothing to be concerned about. Okay. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Oops. And we'll double check all these later. If it's not perfect right away, it's not a big deal. We've already got it to a point where it's going to be much better now. Okay, so let's just keep going. 1, 2, 1. And then a bunch of 2s starting at the reefers. Starting at the reefers. Empties. I don't know why I did that. Oh, yeah. No. I was fine. I didn't have to go there. My memory was still there. I just... brain dead, I guess. 16... Okay, so then we add this industry. We save that up. Okay, so that puts us somewhere around here. I don't know why the clock disappeared, but it did. Okay, so we're 10 minutes in. I just want to keep an eye on that because that's important. Where? Oh yeah, it's Norfolk Southern. Who cares? I'll check the chat after I do every one of these industries. So it takes 2 entries. Acid, just in case you guys have any questions. So, new. So you gotta make it a unique identifier. You gotta go with number 2. Edit track, edit industry. No, edit track. I had it right the first time. Back to edit industry. Tracks are assigned. The code is CHS. So, symbol. That's CHS. And then down here we go acid box. Go acid box for now. And that's 1 and 3. And then the bulk flat. Again, you can use any values that you want to use. These are the values that I came up with based on statistics, basically, and statistics, length of the tracks that I had chosen, how many trains actually hit that particular location. They're all into play there, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be anything. 12622, 12622, 622, and then right at the bottom there's a couple of 6s for tank and 2 bay. Okay. Okay, so add this industry, save it. Okay, where am I at for time? 13 minutes in, so that took like 3 minutes. It's taking a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. It doesn't have to go right at 1 o'clock, but I would like it to. Check the chat real quick. Nothing happening. Got 2 more to finish off in the east, and then we'll head over to one of the other areas. Okay, so we want to go here now. Once again, we're starting off with boxcars. So we go here this time. HSC. What did I say we were going for? Boxcars? I don't know what the hell we're going for. Yeah, something like that. 1 box, 2 covered hoppers, and a gondola. So 1 box. Two covered hoppers and a gondola. Those highlights, when they highlight or whatever, it just comes and goes depending upon where you're hitting. Okay. Bunch of 2s at the reefers. Okay. I think I've done that one. Yeah. Really? Oops. That's not what it was. HSC. Oh yeah, gotta put the number 2. HSC, HSC. Alright, so 1 acid, 3 boxcars. Ah. Where are we here? Oh yeah, we're down here. Okay. Bulkhead flats all the way through to gondolas, 5. Okay. And the cool thing too is now obviously it's not going to be like this 24 hours in the sim, because what'll happen by then is you'll be through a full day and then things will start really testing, which is what happened last time, and that's where I realized at that point I had too much. 12522 125, but this particular time it allows you to come in here. So does lulls if you're fortunate enough to have something that gives you the lulls. It also gives you the time to just relax and you know, run other trains, you know, run through trains, whatever. So I do like the relaxing times. Now obviously there's nothing going on. There's one train, there was an NS train that went through. I don't even know if he's still there. Actually, I'm not going to worry about him. I just want to finish this up. 5-5 tank 2 bay. We'll check on him in a minute. 5-5? Really? Oh, it went from 6-6 to 5-5. Okay, cool. That's why I questioned it. Whoops, wrong way. Alright. No track assigned for this one either, huh? Okay. No, that's fine. Add this industry. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. Oh, there's another train. Okay. See, I can't be flying around with a train because I still have to select these. So we got our okay. So it's 19 after we got our first train. I'm not pacing very good time. It's taking me longer than I thought. It's taking me about 5 minutes per fake industry. Of course, I'm yapping, but that doesn't help. So there's our first train right there. So he'll take a while to come through the system, but you know, if it was a lull, you just hop on him. But of course, this will be all populated and what have you. So, okay, so this is our last industry for this location. But we still have other things to get going too. I may let a train go. The first train, I may just let it go. But we'll see about that. I gotta look at that too, because I'm very curious about something. Let me just take a look at the schedule here. So I'm looking at train Q602. What is it that I'm looking for now? Oh, I know what I'm looking for. I'm I'm looking for calling all the friggin' cities, which is going to be a lot. Well, that's interesting. Well, we'll do that when we get closer, because that will be that'll be interesting, to say the least. But let's just keep going. So what I'll do is I will, for the first train, if I'm not ready yet, I will call in a bunch of I'll call in whatever the hell I have ready, and we'll just spawn it. One train isn't going to make a big difference, because you'll see what I mean. Savannah, Georgia is the last one we're doing here. So one way or another, we're just gonna go ahead at 1 o'clock, and then we'll figure out the rest later. Okay, so Savannah, Georgia. Each train is going to have an equal opportunity to call everything else, but we'll get to that. And we'll get that going very short. Basically before we have a point to get to here. Boxcars, covered hoppers, and gondolas. Okay. So we go back to here. Okay. There's something that turns that clock off, and I'm not too sure what does it. It's probably something with typing. Who knows? Control V. Let's see. Savannah, Georgia is SAV. I should have known that one. There it is. When I do the Shift V or Shift Z, or I don't know what the hell I do. I do something, but anyways, whatever. That's what gets rid of it. Okay, 1 box, 2 covered hoppers, 1 gondola. 1 box. 2 covered hoppers and 1 gondola. One box. What am I doing? 2 covered hoppers, 1 gondola. Okay. I don't know what that was. Something in the memory hole. Didn't make any sense. Reefers for a bunch of 2s here. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. I don't know why I'm getting so defensive about that. They're empties. What am I worried about here? I don't know. Beats the hell out of me. Okay, what did I miss? I probably did assign tracks. What the hell? Tracks are assigned. Okay. Thank you. Okay, last one out here is a new industry 2, and then we go SAV, edit the track, edit the industry. So we're doing 1 acid, 3 box. 1 acid, 3 box. I'll show you a train too once we spawn this in. Coming up at the top of not this hour, but the sim hour, whatever the hell that is. It's probably about 30 minutes away. 16, but I want to get as many of these in as possible. But then I'll show you what it's like. 1 acid, 3. One, 2, 6, 2, 2 of something. I forget what it is. Bulkhead flats? Yeah. Whatever. I'll forget that number now because I just can't remember. It takes a little bit longer for me to do that because I got to reach over to my mouse. Ah, crap. There we go. How many do I have there? Oh yeah, it's okay. How many numbers? 1, 2, 6, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 2, 2. Okay. Tracks are assigned. I think I might have one more. Oh yeah. 6 tanks, 6 tube bay. And again, if anything gets screwed up over here, it's not a big deal because the numbers are relatively all the same. Tracks are assigned. And then we're going to save that up. Okay, so that's what this looks like. Now, I gotta see something here. Just see where we're at here. We're at 28. Yeah, I figure it was close to half past. So I'm gonna do an experiment because we got the time to do it. I'm gonna save spot number 1 here. Okay. So what I want to do, I saved spot number 1 there. Why is NS having a hard time? Is he actually moving? Well, looks like he's moving. He's got a green. I guess, oh, he's just coming across the dime. He's going this way. Whatever. I just thought it took him a while. I thought he spawned like forever ago. At least it seemed that way. Dinsmore. What's the other place? Oh, I guess it would be yeah, Dinsmore's down here. Okay, alright. So he just takes a while to... Oh, he's up the... He'd be coming from this way then. I see. I think he's okay. I didn't realize he took that long to progress through the NS section. Okay. Yeah, so I was talking about doing an experiment. So, yeah, this is going to be a Callahan train. So, I don't know where this guy's going to spawn, but we're gonna do a quick experiment, and I'll show you why the fake industries are so important. Because this will pretty much give you a good idea. If you go over to the schedule here, I've got Q602 coming from Callahan in about a half an hour. So I'm in the process now, and I have to change this. So I gotta get, I go to spawn points, and I go over to Callahan, and I go to mixed freight, where the hell that is, there we go. Q602 is right here. Now, as you can see, this is the typical way you would do this. You would have all these locations like Savannah we just did. You would pop these all in. We're changing them to filters. But I'm going to show you what a train looks like. I'll show you what I'm up against. And this is what I don't like. When you use the tag method, Run 8 doesn't do a very good job of randomizing this. It just basically divides it half-ass lazy and, you know. So there. I just spawned that train. So, wherever the hell I would be for that. Oh, there he is right there. He just popped up. Okay. So he's getting ready. I'm going to delete this train. This is not the train I'm going to use. Now, watch carefully. HSC was not the first one. Savannah was. I don't know why it misses out on Savannah. It just does. I think it's an error. I think what it does is it divides it amongst the engine. So it treats these three as if they're a Savannah, and then HSC is the next one. So you notice the number 3. Keep that in mind. LSC, FLS. You see what I mean? Everything is in 3. RNC. It's all cookie cutter. It's all cookie cutter. You don't get to choose the cars. I mean, you can choose filters, I think, but if I can, I'll keep going. If I keep going, I can go through this whole freaking train. And then it divides it. It puts the loads at the front and then the empties at the back. Well, it's nice and all, but I mean, ideally that's how you want a train to be built, but that's just not how it works. So these are the fake industries going the other way. They're all in play. Those are for my southbounds. Now check Chicago at the end. This is the big issue. When Chicago fills up, it screws me up big time. Because what happens is these guys are filling up at 3 cars each. Then all of a sudden you get the remainder. So what happens is the reason why the Chicago is the way it is because, and the reason why these are number 3 are only 3 cars each is because there's not enough for it to go 4. There's not enough cars for it to go 4, so it takes 3 evenly. It includes the engines for some reason, so you don't even get the first tag in there. And then it takes the remainder that's not divisible by the rest and assigns it to the end. That's how it does it. It's very lazy. It is how it is. I mean, most people don't notice it. I haven't heard complaints about it, but it is what it is. So this is why we do fake industries. And that's why we have this. So what I'm going to start doing now is I'm slowly this is going to be insane when we do this. So we're going back to this guy here. So we're going to take all of this out. And then I go through the filters here. Oh, I don't go through the filters. How do I go through it then? Tag for industries. Yes. Filter. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I got to do that differently here. So we'll put this up here at the top so we can see everything. All right. So we see you're seeing what I'm seeing now. The locals I'm supposed to do. So I guess I gotta go back into my. Nope, that ain't it. Is it Alt F1? Yeah. Okay. So when I say first skip, oh, I see what they're saying. Okay. That's interesting. First 6, skip 3. So I have to change this now because now there's more than one. This is the way it used to be. So when you did this before, you would have the first 6. So you'd have the first 6, right? 4, 5, 6. And that's not what I wanted to do. First 6. It's a good thing I did this now. Skip 3, next 4. So what you're seeing, skip 3, next 4. I know this is complicated. It sounds. Skip 3, next 4. Okay. Next 4. Okay. I see. So first 6, skip 3. Next 4 includes Augusta. Augusta never used to be in there. Something else did. So Augusta Ballas. I'm going to be changing this. Baldwin. So Baldwin's not in there. So see what we're doing. So CHS, CVA, Irwin, FLS, GSC, HNC. I'm just looking at the. I can go alphabetical, but skipping Jacksonville's. I don't know about the K, whatever. I skipped those too, I'm pretty sure, if I recall. Lakeland goes the other way, so LSC. Oh boy. Oh, there is an SKN. Savannah. No, I see SLK. I don't see SKN. But I do see SKN, but it's after it. It's kind of weird. Okay. It's probably just the way it is. Okay. Eventually we'll have all of them in there, and then we'll have to do it. Wrong one. Ah. I've got to go back to my my other cheat sheet. Skip 2, and then it says Y124. So, yeah, that's what I want. You're low. Filter Y102. Y124. And then we don't do any of the other crap there. So we're going to work on this as the prototype, and then we'll figure out everything else later. So this will be our prototype. So far we got we got quite a bit, but there's still more to come because it's just the way there is. So that's 6:02 for now. We got 20 minutes. Let's see what we're up against here. I'll check the chat. Nothing going on. 17 people in. Wow. You guys are getting ready for this. So in 20 minutes, I'll show you why these fake industries are so much more beneficial. And I can only show you, so you're going to have to hang on until we reach 1 a.m. in the first train. Then might ride it in. I don't know. We'll see. I want to keep on going with the logistics here. So let's. So we've done the blue ones. I could probably go with the purples. There's red. How many reds are there? Oh, these. Oh, okay, no, I see the reds down there. Okay, there's a fair amount of reds. I might be able to get by with. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that as a purple, and we'll get that into here. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna work on Birmingham, Montgomery. Yeah, Birmingham. Let me just do this here. So Birmingham, Montgomery. There was a Birmingham up there. Montgomery. Sal.tga. So that's the fake industries left for Thomasville. And I saved the check for the other ones, which I'm doing, so that's fine. Okay. So we got these ones in. That's that one complete. Now we want to go into. How's our other trains going? Oh, there he is. So far we got one train. Aren't you excited? Hang on a second here. I gotta get over to the Montgomery sub. Blah blah blah. Oh, this is gonna take a while to get down here. I hope I'm going the right way. I think I am. Must be. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so just follow everything here, and you'll be okay. So now we're going to set up fake industries for the Thomasville sub. You can put this anywhere, really, but the idea is you don't want to put it into a place where a train might accidentally be stopped. So that's the whole point of it, right? So you put it at the end of a line where it's not going to spawn in for the most part. Although if it spawns in, it's not a big deal because it's demand going the other way, right? So there's Manners siding right there. Oops, too far. That's dangerous. Shit, I can't see shit now. I should have took my time. Oh, shit. You idiot. Can't see shit. Okay. Shit. Okay. I'm just gonna do it for this right now, but I'm gonna put it back. Come on. Thank you. Alright, where are you? I know you're around here somewhere, because I haven't been that far. Oh, come on. Really? There you are. Jesus. Oh, the moon's going to come up later. That's nice. Okay, now I'm going to just walk over here until we get it. There we go. Alright. Well, we're running out of time, but what else is new? Let's go ahead and do the last 5 fake industries. I'll check chat real quick. Quincy, you might want to go re-download update 4. If not, you're about to have some spotty trains. What do you mean I'm going to have spotty trains? Why? What's going on? I'm not worried about it if anything's going goofy. Why do we have to re-download it? Is there? I was checking messages earlier today, and it was fine. The trains have been fine. But anyways, I'm not gonna worry about it. If it's one train, that's okay. I've only got another train going right now. Let's see. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so we got 602's our thing. Back to this. So go new industry, edit tracks. So this is our location for that. Yeah. Is that it? Okay, whatever. Tracks are assigned. Okay, good. And okay, so we want Birmingham, Alabama, which is BIR. Okay, 4 acid, 7 box. I'm only going to be running 2 hours tonight, so I'm not worried if there's one train that's going to need to be respawned. I'll check the notes later. 56955 for bulkhead flats. 569. I forget the number already. That's how well my memory works with that medication I'm on. Did I do 16 for these? Yes, I did. Okay. Five, 6, 9, 5, 5. Okay, 5, 6, 9, 5, 5. 5, 6, 9. Train of bowling. Okay, gondola. 9 tank 2 bay. Nine tank 9 2 bay. Okay, 9 tank, 9 2 bay. I think that's the end for that. Yep. I just did the wrong one. Did I just do the empties? I did the wrong one. That's the loads. Oops. Okay. Let's change that around. Let's call this let's call that 2. I just did the loads instead of the other ones, which was stupid of me. I thought something didn't look right. So let's change these to the loads. Okay. How the hell did I get that? Yeah, something still doesn't seem right here. Well, that's it. Okay, for acid box. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I did the loads first before I did the other ones. So that was my fault. Tracks are assigned. Add this industry. And then we'll save. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go the opposite way and do what I was supposed to do the first time, but edit the tracks. Go back up to the top. So now let me work back to the red area here, and we'll go with 23233 ballast. 23233. Yeah. 23233. 2 3 2 3 3. So the more of these you put in, the more that's competing for it. So I've already got local industries competing for it. So every train that comes in is going to be competing for local industries. It's going to be competing for all these locations based on the average. That's what I do for doing this time of night. Reefers, tanks, and 2 bays. That's the way to do it. Money for nothing, chicks for free. No. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Just get that stuff out of the way. 333s. Okay. Tracks are assigned. Okay. Checking the clock. Okay, now I gotta add. I gotta add it and I gotta go for it. So this has gone back to utter peon for some reason. Over in the filter here, I'm going to add Birmingham. So again, this is going to become the prototype, which is okay, and it doesn't have to be a perfect prototype, but it's going to be the one. So now it's at our time is at 56. It's close enough to 1 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn this one. This is our train that's headed for us. So these are other trains. That was a train from Bolin that's running. So he's headed through. Now I want to see what everything's looking behind here. I remember there's something that I hadn't done yet that I meant to change, but that's okay. So there's 3 Savannahs, 3 Selkirks, 4 Selkirks. So you can see it's everything's competing, but I don't know what those SKNs are. Well, see, now you get majority empties coming back out, so that makes sense. This is why the empties are getting picked more for the various locations. And what did we just do? Birmingham, I think it was. Do we have any Birminghams? I don't know. Do we? Yeah, we got 3. So everything that you see here, you got a 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, 6, 2, 1, 8, 2, 1, 3, 1. You see the competition. This is the way you want it. And on the load side, I have to go this way first. On the load side, we'll get this as it's going by. On the load side, you've got we'll go by, I guess we go by the industries. So 84 lumber, 5 for Dur, SRR, 3 for UGL, Art, Car, 2 for IF. I mean, for the most part, you're getting 1 per. You're getting the odd 2 for, there was a few that had, like, there was one that had a bunch. But this is from 1 train, so you're going to get a bunch of trains, and this is going to add into all your locals, right? Okay, let's go take a ride for a while. So that's how the fake industries work. That in the long run, you don't have those big. Yeah, you did have. Ah, crap! I missed it. You don't have all those long, goofy. There we go. That's better. Okay. So you don't have all of those goofy long sections. This goes in the hump. It's going to be much easier to handle. You're going to have the odd 5. You're going to have whatever. The AI system's going to pick it up, and then we'll see how it goes, right? Let me check the chat. The dynamic braking was broken, and John fixed it. Okay. So when you say the dynamic braking, so if I was to run the train and then the dynamic brakes, so they wouldn't work properly, is what you're saying, which is okay because I think in AI it doesn't matter so much, and I don't run dynamics too much, so I should be okay. So that's so there's a patch out, so that's cool. That's fine, I'll check that out. But I'm quite happy with that. Now, if we look at the schedule that's coming up, go back to the schedule here for a moment. We still have fake industries to add. We didn't get them all for that one. That's okay. 602 is the prototype. 684 we already have, so we got till 2:30 to keep on going. Problem is, I have to be at the location to do it, which I just left it, which was stupid of me. I should have saved it. No, I wasn't thinking. So let me save a location. We'll make it interesting. We'll have some fun with this here, because I feel like having fun for the last hour. We'll go to 2. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. So what do we got? We got a train coming outbound. We've got he's headed out. Okay, let's go find our spot at Manor again. Hopefully we find it this time without having to turn the lights on. But I'm very pleased with that, because yes, it still divides loads and empties, which is fine, but it divides it in such a way that it's not going to divide it in half. You can see that there's much more empties on that train than there are loads. That's what you want. So let's go find Manor. But I'm impressed so far. I just hope it's going to be enough, and it's important because when you're in the bowl here, those cars are coming in, so they're going to come into the receiving yard, and they're basically going to fill up these tracks. You don't want to have like a Chicago like I had on that first train where there was a whole whack of them, because if you do, it's going to fill up the bowl quicker. That requires a trim. So what you want to do is get as much humps as you can to better spread the I mean, the south is going to get a little bit bigger as it is anyways, just because there's not as many tracks to compete for. But anything heading north, you should be able to by rights, any northbounds, you should be able to bring in about 3 or 4 before it's going to need a hump. That's a big difference and it saves a hell of a lot of time. So I've got to go to Manor. So let me get down to here again. We do have a moon rising eventually. Okay, so this time I'm going to put a oh, now this time I won't run into an issue, and I'll show you why. As I keep on following it, of course, I have the whatchamacallit. You'll see what I mean. There it comes. Nope, that's hotbox detector. You'll see. It's going to light up like a candle. If I don't lose my track, there we go. Like I said, it's going to light up like a candle. All right. Okay, so let me save that spot to 1 again. This will be the new 1. And what I'll do is, if things get interesting there for our friend, I mean, he's going to go through crossings and everything and all that, but he's not going to have too much traffic. When's he going to get traffic? He'll get traffic a little ways away, so I'm not going to worry about him right now. Let me just check the chat real quick. You won't have any period. All right, no problem. That's okay. We'll fix it. So when you say you won't have any period, we're just talking engines, correct? So the reason why I'm asking that one is you won't have any period. So what you're saying is those trains that are coming into the play now, the only ones that I'm worried at the moment that are coming in is going to be these 4. What you're saying is, even if I don't update it, if I update it, will it fix it? I imagine it will, because it's going to be a save game, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll check the notes later. It's early enough that, you know, I'll be able to fix it anyways, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's just keep going on. So the next one we want, a line of code got corrupted. It won't allow M8 MU units to have the correct dynamics, so he fixed the line of code. Okay, that should be okay, as long as I'm not running the train. Okay, so let's go back to logistics again. So we've done Birmingham. Montgomery's the next one. Those red ones are going to be the last ones that we have to do. Birmingham, Montgomery. Okay. Edit industry. No, I'll do that first. Tracks are assigned. So we got Montgomery, Alabama, which is MTG. MTG. Okay. Ugh. My mouse wheel is starting to turn crazy here. Okay, so 23233. Two, three, two. 3. Okay. Bunch of 3s, reefer and beyond. The other thing about what the fake industries do is the trains actually have correct car types that you would expect on those trains. You can customize them for any location as well. So if you have something that's coming from the Pacific Northwest, you can create your own set. If you have something that's coming from, you know what I mean, you can just basically customize it for the location it's coming from. Like Detroit area might have, more, well, I'd say auto parts or whatever, but okay, everything else is okay. I think we're good. Add this industry. Save that. Okay. 2. MTG. Edit the track. Got that. Okay. We'll work our way back up to the loads. Check the chat, check the dispatch, and just keep on going. 4 acids, 7 box. Oh boy. So right below that, bulkhead flats and blah blah blah. Does that do that for this one? Oh no, that does it apart. I gotcha. 5 bulkhead flats. Okay. And the number there is 56955. Couple 9s, tanks, and 2 bays. This is also why you had some of the empties that are going to turn to loads were probably tank cars and 2 bays. Another NS train. Trucks are assigned. Add this industry. Okay, so we got Birmingham and Montgomery. Got 3 more, and then we're done the purples. Oh yeah, check the chat again. And check the dispatch as well. Where's this guy coming out? Oh, he's a ways away. Might not see too much interesting stuff. NS has got a light across. Nah, I don't expect to see too much. That's a Sanford sub, so gonna take a while to warm up the territory. That's just the way it is. But it's getting there. That's the key. And this is the good part too. Is I knew I was getting at a point where I could, reasonably let trains start going. So Montgomery, was that the last one I did? Yeah. Okay. So now we want to do whatever the hell that one is. I mean, by rights I can go to the other ones, but since I'm in the location, then I don't want to do that. Manchester Fitzgerald, the reason why they're different color is when the Fitzgerald sub gets released, that will be part of that. They will become extinct as far as spawn locations, because then everything will be coming from those yards. So we think. But we don't know how that's going to work yet. Remains to be seen as far as what industries they have and all the other goodies. Okay. And as long as I have trains going out, I imagine... Hard to say. I don't... it's kind of weird because the intermediate places that get served, like the original blocking, gets kind of screwed up. Unless they're reblocked, which, I mean, they could be, but they're usually not. I don't know how that works. I should post that question. I mean, it's probably my forum, like the Train Sim forum's probably not a good question. Quincy and Scott can answer that one, maybe. So, Quincy's a good one to answer that. So, you have a train blocked. So the way we got them blocked coming out of Waycross, say for example, it was heading to Selkirk. Savannah's the first place that it does any work, so Savannah's the first block, and then you have the various places in between with Selkirk at the end. So if he was going into Savannah and he sets off his Savannahs, when he goes to pick up, I guess he would put it right back on the head end, despite the fact that the second block would be who knows what. Like, I mean, one of these basically down the A line. It may not necessarily be, it could be Charleston, South Carolina, Lake City, whatever, depending upon the train, right? But I'm curious, like as you get further down, it's not so easy, but at least that block doesn't get disturbed, if that makes sense. So it's not always at the head end, I guess. I hopefully I'm making sense on that. But I'm curious. I've always been curious about that because I mean, yeah, and technically they could respawn. The places that I've been around in Canada, we don't get as much of these trains that. Well, I shouldn't say we don't. We do. But where I am located in southern Ontario at the Golden Horseshoe, I have trains that are just going to be transferred over to CSX from CN or CP to CSX, or they might get one work up in Aldershot, Hamilton area, but then they're going to be into Toronto. So they really only have one block or a couple blocks, whereas these trains are, they could have 9 blocks in some cases. We do have a few trains, like the ones that go on to the ones I'm doing right now only have 5. Not all of them get served. Like, I mean, they may all go to Birmingham or Montgomery, but I don't know. I'm curious about that one. Okay. Might post it on my Discord too. What time are we at here? 1:22. Okay. $11:50 Eastern, but it's 1:22 in the sim, so. Snowburn. I didn't get the letters. SAL. Alright, edit the tracks because nothing's assigned yet. The reason, once again, I'm using 16 as opposed to 24 is in case a train was to get there early enough. I mean, that's what I do use for the industries, so I use the same method. 16 as opposed to 24, so they divide evenly as far as the demand goes. So hours does affect the demand of how much cars will come in and all that other crap. Let me see. 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 2. Okay. I'm starting to get a little tired, which is okay because then I can continue this tomorrow. So it doesn't always have to be top of the hour and all that other stuff. Reefer tank 2 bay. Empties. Okay, so 2 here. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. Okay, so SAL. Okay. Okay, acid 3 box 6. 34733. Uh, 34733. 347. Now all this extra work, I mean, we'll see how well it pays off. I think it's going to pay off good. But if it doesn't work, then it's back to the drawing board and doing all this stuff again. So it is a painful process. But you do what you have to do to get it to, you know, work the way you want. Like I said, I push run 8 to its limits. I always have. Okay, that's right. And I know the developers sometimes watch my streams, so hopefully they get the idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. But, I mean, you know, they got their goals and all that stuff, so it's not a big deal. Okay, 2 7s for tank and 2 bay. Jason's been on, Mikey's been on. Mikey's been following this. Tanks, 2 bay, I forget the number now. Where are we at? 7s? It's basically, you know, you got to do unorthodox things. And this is what's good about a sandbox and things that are editable. It's kind of weird because we got in this discussion over on Train Sim about Train Sim, the forum, about Train Sim World 2. And it was weird because you got a really good program. I'm not. I want to see Train Sim World succeed. I want to see all train simulators succeed. Okay. I'm looking forward to Railroader because I think they got a very good formula. They got the right balance that I'm kind of looking for. So, Dothan, Alabama. Let me just check the. Just check what's going on here. I'll save that again. Actually, I'll check chat. So yeah, the so Train Sim World. You go. I got a train. Let me go ride a train for a bit. I want to shake things up a bit. Where are we at here? He's just coming through. It's over here. Oh, that's the tail end of him. Holy crap. Do I want to ride him? No, I don't want to ride him. Not that the other guy's going to have anything. He's around Belange. I think that's what we're looking for. Yep. Yeah, let's I want to get the purples done, and then I'll worry about the reds coming up. So we're already 1.5 hours in. This is our first train that's coming in towards Waycross. It doesn't have every industry. It's missing the ones going to the Fitzgerald sub, but that's okay because it doesn't mean that everything in this train is going to go on the first train that heads over to the East Coast, let's say. It's going to go on various trains because it gets divided throughout the network. So we're talking about Train Sim World. Oh, good. I have some water here because I needed it. I was so busy I wasn't paying attention. So we talk about Train Sim World. And I know over on the forums I seem to hate on it. A lot of people hate on it because it's such the biggest freaking money grab piece of crap that's out there. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. You want to do comparisons? It's very easy. Now, I don't know how long Train Sim World 1, 2, and 3 have been in development for, but Run 8 I think has gone through a hell of a lot more years. Okay. Run 8 has got a small team. It's got one programmer. They have help. They have people that help them, who's part of the team. So they do have help and people who volunteer, people who also make money doing other routes, etc. So who also help in other parts and blah blah blah. You look at Train Sim World; they're part of a big budget software company or whatever the hell you want to call it. And you look at the difference between the two. It's night and day. No pun intended, since we're in the night. But think about this. Version 1 of Run 8 had a lot of updates, including, I think, one of the biggest updates they had. Now, they had a lot of updates to add different things to it. It was the very first version. They still updated a lot of things, including, not the least of which, was the actual hump. The hump wasn't in the very beginning. That came in later. But when it did, I think that was the big update that was part of version 1. Those are free updates. We just had update number 4. So it's like, okay, well, what does that mean? For many, not much. For others, some. For me, there was a noticeable update, and I haven't even seen it to its full advantage yet, and that is that beeping that you will get when the chat goes off. Now, they fixed some of the seasick shaking or whatever the hell's going on. So, I mean, you got that. You've got... I mean, it's just... You've got the, you got the seasick multiplier stuff. So I mean... I forget how long. I don't think it's been quite out half a year yet, and we're already at 4 updates. But I saw, like, whatever. You'd have to check out the update page. There's a lot of updates that add different features, fix certain bugs. When people chat with me, when a train gets spawned, I'm gonna know when that train gets spawned by the tone. Same with the various tones when somebody tries to chat with me, which is very important because I'm not always on the screen. I could be in different things like the Google Sheets or whatever. So the big ones though. So the big things though, just the big things. Let's just work with the versions and not count those updates. Let's just count the versions alone and what have you. Version 1, the original simulator, still the best train simulator on the planet. It came out, and it got better. There was fixes, but it was probably the best train simulator on the planet the moment it came out. That's 10 years of excellence. Nothing has come close as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing consumer wise that has come close that can beat the sure ability of simulation of an actual train than Run 8 has. And I totally don't think, people say, oh yeah, well that's disputable and that's opinion and all that other stuff. I'm not talking about the whole program. I'm talking about how Run 8 itself is the best train simulator on the planet. So, and as far as the simulation, the ability to, have proper braking, okay, the dynamic got broke because of a line of code or something when update 4 came and it got missed or something. These things happen. What happened? A hotfix is now out apparently. It's not going to it's not going to affect my AI trains at the moment. Everything's fine. We're just starting up. So that's cool. But what is the difference between a version 1, 2, and 3 of Train Sim World? Can anybody really tell me what the hell the big difference is? They're not even worthy of, as far as I can tell. What's the difference between the versions? I mean, okay, yeah, the lighting has changed. It looks prettier. It looks this. It looks that. I don't know. Tell me what's improved in the operations. Nothing. The simulation, I don't know. There's some new physics thing in Train Sim World 3 or something. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. But what has improved? I had a free version, and the crazy thing is, I don't have anything. If anything, I can't save my run in the middle of the run. It's like, okay, fine. It doesn't really have a sandbox mode. I mean, yeah, you can go run the train around back and forth, but good luck trying to get through signals and all the other crap. I mean, you might be able to pass a signal, but you're not going to get by certain switches, and switches are going to go certain ways on the points and all this other crap. But Run 8, I can tell you right now, version 1 was version 1. It was awesome. Version 2 came along, and they did, and the one thing that they did is they brought in AI trains. The ones that I'm running on right now that I've taken for granted for quite a few years now. And it made a total change in the difference between how version 1 and version 2 is. Because now you had a brand new feature that was part of the version. Yes, you had LA in development, but it was never included as anticipated, nor should it be. They actually brought features in, so they made it. And I know there's other big features, and I know I'm skipping through a lot, but I'm talking about the ones that I know for myself as we're going through Folkestone here. I backed up all my files. I just want to make sure everything's okay. I don't know about the routings. I haven't really checked into that. I backed up everything, but I don't think it overwrote anything either. But I backed them up just in case. Oh god, starting to yawn like crazy. So yeah, that was version 2. Version 3, they did something that, honestly, I could live with version 2. If I was ever, well, really, not really, because actually version 2 just wasn't working for me anymore, because I needed new regions, I needed, manpower type intensive things. So you look at version 3, what did they do? They brought in an AI dispatcher. I knew they were going to. I knew from one of the ideas they were going to bring in the AI hump. I figured that would be kind of cool, but then they brought in the AI dispatcher. You know, you say, okay, well, whoopee-doo, right? What does that mean? It's again, game changer. No pun intended. All of a sudden now, you don't have to babysit the dispatch board. And I mean, yes, you do have to take a look at it once in a while. But I can run a train and look at it every now and then. I don't have to worry about lining up my routes and making sure I got a meet here and there and everything. I can imagine trying to dispatch, and I used to do this in version 2, trying to dispatch a whole freaking territory by yourself, and then actually go in and try to run a train. There's a lot to it. What again has Train Sim World done? I don't know. All they had to do, of all the things that they could do, that is well within their power, they just don't want to give it to you. There's another train. Again, a version 3 feature. So, well within their power, what they could do is they could have the sandbox mode and then allow you to do what we do here in Run 8, and that is have a world save, be able to continue, have a train spawner, have some sort of AI or something. Doesn't have to be perfect at first, but you think they would evolve that between version 1, version 2, version 3. And all they're doing is lighting. I mean, Run 8 is I mean, another thing I forgot to mention, weather, precipitation. I think precipitation's new for version 3, if I recall. I don't remember it. Yeah, version 3 precipitation's a new thing. They already had the clouds and the weather generation. You name it. They had all this other stuff that was just coming. It was awesome. So, you know, it was just a matter. It was just a matter of time where things were going to come down, and it was awesome. But no. But they couldn't give you that. They don't want to give you that. They want you to just keep on forking out the money, buy their stupid DLCs. And don't get me wrong, they got a lot more DLCs than Run 8, apparently, I think. At least that's at least that's the thought process I get. But I mean, what exactly are they selling? They're just selling another pretty route with a bunch of stupid activities that, you know, you got to follow a ball around to make sure that you know how to switch and all this other garbage. It's just like, I remember when I had Train Sim World, I bought a free copy of it that was they were selling it, they were putting it on for download for free, and I thought, well, I guess that's a good price. I'll check out how great this is, and I ran it. I was just like, oh. I'm thinking at first, okay, so I'm running through the trains, I'm going through the day of life thing, or whatever the hell it is. I think they changed some career mode thing too, but not much of a difference from what I understand. If anybody can tell me that there's anything good, I mean, hey, I'm all ears, but... And honestly, if all they had to do was add a world save, give you a little bit of control. I know a lot of people want to see edited or editors. Okay, Run 8 is not going to do editors. But here's the difference. If you're going to have scenarios only, put a scenario editor in. Now, and I'm not talking about the scenario editor that you get to change the weather or some stupid thing like that. That's ridiculous. I'm talking about situations that basically allow you to do things, and it should be smart enough to know it's like, okay, well, hey, you've already been at this industry. go up to this industry because you only have these particular cars because you randomly received only certain cars. That's another feature that I'm going to actually enjoy in Railroader, is the fact that it has a working interchange. So you run the short line, and 8 o'clock in the morning you go pick up your cars, you leave them throughout the day for the next interchange for the next day, and you just go serve your customers on 13 miles of track. Seems pretty simple. What's really cool about it is everything is integrated, like the switch list, the dealings with the buying new equipment, because you actually make money for selling, so there's a bit of a purpose driven thing in there too, so it's kind of cool. But anyways, I'll check the chat here. I am getting a little tired. It's 1:47. I may go as far as getting us the second train out. We'll see. Probably not. It's 12:15, and I could tell I'm getting tired. So, so what you do here is, so I didn't quite get to 2 hours tonight. I'm going to, let me just see how close I am to a meet. I'm not too far from a meet actually at Race Pond, so maybe I'll do that. Where is he at? Okay, so he's at Barganza. He's coming up to Barganza, and the other one's set up for Race Pond. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and go through that. Get our one meet in, and then call it. So let me just take a look at the schedule coming up. Oh, okay, I only have the 2 more to get done there. Then from there I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got 14 more to do after that, which shouldn't take long. 14 more, 5 minutes each. Yeah, I think I can do it in 5 minutes. So that's going to take about an hour. I do have a train coming, or scheduled for 2:30. Another one scheduled at 3. Or those are outbounds, I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hang on a second. I got an inbound at 2:30. Oh, there's a oh, that's a bonus. These are outbound trains. I forgot about that. Well, that's even more of a bonus. Cool. So the 2:30 train I'll be okay to get. He'll be coming in, then I can work on him at Waycross. And then, yeah, we get trains coming in off of, that's the, when is that? Q545. That is the Montgomery, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Q456 we don't have to worry about because he's not there. Sorry for my yawns, but okay, so he's passing through Barganza now. Where are we passing through? So we got 2 trains on the Sanford. We're only going as far as race pond, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so it's 1:53 on the clock. Almost 2 hours in. 12:22 Eastern. Actual time. And it looks like we got our first restrictive signal coming up. Yeah. I'll check the chat real quick. Nothing going on. Getting late for other people. They're starting to wheedle off. Detector's gonna go off on me. Okay, so now, I want to try something real quick. I don't know if I get access to the audio menu from here or not. I think I have to do, I do. Flange sequel, chat box, open sound, message alert sound. Oh. Okay. I guess that's all the audio. So the message alert sound. I did want to AI signal call, yes. Okay. So the AI signal call, I want it to, I could do CSX for a minute, just to see how bad it is. I want to get it much more controllable. I remember when the old one used to complain if it was at a stop signal. I kind of was hoping to see that. If it was, it's not a big deal. The chat is more important. I do like the spawn thing though. That's a different one. But so far they're talking about clear signals. I wonder if they're going to have a certain tone for when a train actually passes a restrictive signal, or if it has to stop. That'd be a bonus. I mean, we already had the bonus where it tells you when it's going to spawn a train, which is cool. We're just going to see the completion of this meet, and then I'm going to end it tonight. So he's coming up to approach signal here. So really at this point I don't care if it calls all the signals or not. I'm fine with that. Because it's not making a beeping noise, so it's not disturbing, if that makes sense. Yeah, so he's not beeping on that, so that's me. Okay, so a couple things about the next series. Number one, you're going to start seeing more videos by me again, because I'm starting it. This is once again a bit of an experiment. I'm not hosting a server just yet. I want to make sure it works well in single player before I decide to host. As I've said on other live streams, my whole goal now is to try to get as much as I can and to get hosting once again by fall for Run 8. I'm hoping that happens. That's not saying it will. It all depends upon whether or not this works. This has got to work in order for that to happen. Just like I aborted last time. The reason why I aborted last time was it was too much work. I did not have I didn't have any fake industries going in the opposite direction. The Chicagos were killing me. So it's important to get as many fake industries in as I can so that I'm not overloading the yard. This train is actually quite manageable. So that's good. If I fail, then I will abort again and I will reevaluate. I'll reevaluate where I'm at, what options I do have. I started thinking today a little bit about, okay, there are other regions. Roseville's not for me. I may consider Bakersfield as an option. I thought about it. It is certainly an option, but I'm not. It's not a priority for me. My priority right now is Waycross. This is the best region to do what I want to do. If I succeed, the server will go up. And then I have another goal of getting Railroader in for early 2023. So what does that mean? Don't know. All I know is if this succeeds and if the server does start coming online, the server is actually going to place only, or it's only going to be online when I am available. It's not going to run when I'm not around. And the reason for that is because Waycross needs to be covered. It needs to be covered 24 hours a day. At least having some type of supervisory yardmaster in play. Which means somebody like myself needs to be able to monitor what's happening. Because trains will come in, just like this one, there'll be others. They have to be taken care of. There will be times where you can run a local, there'll be times where you can run a through train. That's what I'm hoping anyways. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get out of that yard every now and then and go ahead and do something else that's kind of fun. I don't want it to be I don't necessarily want it to be a yard simulator, but I'm okay with that. I think that's the most appealing function that I can do for now, at least the way I see it. Railroader, I don't know how it's going to wind up. Oh, well, that was a perfect meet. I don't know how it's going to wind up, but you know, we'll take it as it comes, right? That was a nice meet. Grain train to Live Oak, Florida. So yeah, we'll take it as it comes, and then you know, if it's good, it's good. It may take more of my time. Just like right now. I mean, my son's not into Run 8 right now. He was before. He was definitely in it while I had the server running and different things were happening and stuff like that. But I don't know if he's going to stay in it or get back into it, I should say. Railroader, he seems interested in. As do I. There's very appealing things that we both see in it. You know, the tight system, the switching, the multiplayer. It all looks cool. I'm not planning on running anything as a dedicated server. In other words, I'm not running anything 24/7. I'm not running anything for extended periods of time. I'll run it when I'm around. That's it. I may leave a server up for possibly for the Railroads Online. I'll have to see about that. It depends on how it handles things. But that's about it in that department. It's a boring looking train. You gonna dim your lights or what, buddy? There you go. Okay. Alright, no more chats by the looks of it. Once this guy gets a light, then I will call it for the night. And there'll be more fake industries to add. There's not too many more. There's about a dozen left. Alright, great signal. Now that we got the green signal on, I'm going to go ahead and save this world. See, can't Freight, or not Freight Yard Manager. Can't Train Sim World actually do this? Why can't it save a world? Why can't it, you know, let you actually dispatch or do something? Like, I don't know. RTS back up southeast. I'm just gonna go with RTS. I'm gonna go. Can I delete these? Here. RTS fall. RTS. I'll go southeast number 2. There we go. So now that's my my latest session. Just taking a look at. So there's the meet we just had. This is the beauty of the AI dispatching. It's not flawless by any means, but for it to be able to do that is just priceless as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so now I can go ahead and exit the sim. I got everything else that I needed. And I think that's it for tonight. Okay. So I'm going to go take a quick look at the code issues or whatever the heck's going on. See what that's all about. But I will be back here. That train's getting closer to Waycross, so we'll definitely get that guy going for sure. And yeah, so I'm getting closer to Waycross. I've got to clear the AI out, and you know he's a built-in train coming in. So I mean he's just going to do his thing, and we'll hump it as quickly as possible. We're just going to keep on top of things. Doesn't mean we won't have trains in the yard for receiving or whatever, and there'll be some flexibility and what have you. What else was I going to say? I don't know what else I was going to say. I'm getting tired, obviously. So that's it for now. Oh yeah. So tomorrow night I have a wrestling pay-per-view. I might go on tomorrow morning. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, at this point, I'll probably just be doing what I'm doing. So look out for tomorrow morning. I don't know what time I'm waking up. Whenever I feel like it. We'll see how that goes. If I decide, I may or may not. If I don't, then probably either Monday morning, which is Labor Day. Possibly Monday night, not sure. Definitely not tomorrow night. So, and that's a lookout for now. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys, and we will see you next time later this weekend. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. See ya.